Hi, Dovid Lowy here, and welcome back to another episode of Meetings where we discuss Torah topics to help us grow. I'm really excited this week to be introducing a brand new topic. You know, Hanukkah is approaching on the calendar, and we're told that Hanukkah is all about thanking the Creator, lahodos ulahalal, saying thank you. So I thought it'd be really appropriate that we kind of skip a little bit in the book that we're working with and go to the topic known as Hakaras Hatov, having gratitude and appreciation. By way of introduction, let's try to understand. Until now we've been discussing that working on our character traits is similar to working on our muscles. It's muscle toning. What type of muscle are we really trying to work on when we're working on gratitude? So Rav Lowy says that there's really three different categories we could put them into. There are things that strengthen our relationship between us and God. They're called Ben Adam Lamakom, between us and our Creator. Things like prayer, things like the Sabbath. They strengthen our relationship between us and our Creator when we do them. There are other things that strengthen our interpersonal relationships. Ben Adam Lechavero. Things like visiting the sick, giving charity, helping out a friend in time of need. Those things strengthen our interpersonal relationships. And then there's a third category known as Ben Adam La'atzmo. Things between man and himself. They build our inner world and make us bigger and better people. Now, one could arguably say that doesn't everything that we do make us better? And it does. And everything that we do also arguably makes us closer to the Creator. However, there's certain things, and we'll see the differences between them. There's certain things that they primarily focus on one of these categories. And the question is, where does appreciation fall in? Rav Lowy says appreciation is Ben Adam La'atzmo, is between a man and himself. Okay, so what does that all mean? Let's get to a practical example that will illustrate this. Let's say a person wakes up in the morning, is feeling a little tired, a little cold, makes himself a nice hot cup of coffee, and sits there and enjoys it, wants to really appreciate this cup of coffee, how it makes him warm, it has a good taste, it's giving him energy for the day, and he wants to appreciate it. Is that appreciation going to be expressed to the cup of coffee? Is the cup of coffee going to know or feel appreciated? No, not at all. It's not like a person that's going to say, hey, thanks for appreciating me. It has nothing to do with that. That is totally working on an appreciation between a person and himself, building within his own world the feeling of appreciation and gratitude for that nice cup of coffee. That's where appreciation begins. And so too when we express it to somebody else. Yes, it's important to express gratitude, as we'll get to later on, to another person or to God. However, appreciation starts, that muscle toning begins within our own inner world, building our world of feeling and becoming aware and building an attitude of appreciation and gratitude. And so therefore, it is essential, says Rav Lowy, that we understand that that's where gratitude begins. It begins from within. This is exactly illustrated in an episode in the Torah. God tells Moshe, I want to give 10 plagues to the Egyptians, and I want you to start it off by hitting the water and making the water turn into blood. Moshe stops for a second and he says, I'm sorry, I can't do this one. I got to give it over to my brother Aaron. He's going to hit the water and turn it into blood. And the commentaries say, why? What's wrong with Moshe hitting the water? And they explain that Moshe said, I just can't come to hit the water. You see, when I was little, my mother put me into a basket and put me in the river in the water. The water protected me. It didn't hurt me. And I owe my life to this water. How could I come to hit it? And they ask, well, I don't understand. The water's not going to get insulted. It's not going to care if you hit it. Why can't you hit it? And Moshe says, no, you don't understand. It's not about the water. It's about me. It's about me feeling appreciation to the water. I can't come to hit the water. We see this explicitly in the Torah, that Moshe is teaching us an eternal lesson, even though he was on a very high level. But the lesson is there for generations. That appreciation is about us feeling appreciation, even to something that's an inanimate object. It's irrelevant. It doesn't matter that I can't express my gratitude to my cup of coffee. It's that I need to feel appreciation for my cup of coffee and everything else around me. And that's where the muscle toning starts, with appreciation. So by way of introduction, let us understand that gratitude and appreciation is building our own inner world. And we'll get to how that extends to also appreciating other people around us and expressing that. But as long as we know where it begins, that is our starting point. So I urge you to join me on this journey as we begin learning about appreciation in preparation for Hanukkah and beyond, because appreciation is all about being Jewish. We're called Yehudim, which means Hoda, to say thanks. That is our name as Jews. We're called the thankful people. When we wake up in the morning, our first words are, we say, Modeh ani, thank you. So appreciation and gratitude is such a fundamental part of being Jewish and being alive. So I urge you to join me, and I look forward to this journey of working on appreciation. Thank you again, and see you next time.